Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing well today. So in this video I'm going to be discussing another topic that was brought up by a Patreon user over on Patreon, and that is Santa Muerte's relationship with charity work. Now, I've read before in certain books that one of the offerings you can give to Santa Muerte is prayer, right? Or prayer on behalf of other people, praying for the needy, praying for the sick, things like that. And I think that, I think it's a very valuable thing, and I think it speaks to the Santa Muerte kind of being supportive of us when we act in a very selfless manner. Now, I can definitely say that this is true, based on my own personal experiences. Now, when I was younger, I used to volunteer at a lot of homeless shelters for young, teenage homeless kids, and it was something I spent a lot of time doing. And it was something that I found a lot of value in. Now, I used to volunteer at a center for transgendered youth. I used to volunteer at a center for homeless youth. And I've probably done work somewhere else too. I just can't even remember. And this was all prior to me working with La Santa Muerte. Now, since I've been working with La Santa Muerte, it's interesting because she hasn't asked me to volunteer at a major kind of charity function or event like I did in the past, but she always wants me to do good things for people. Now, I'm not someone who has a lot of money. I don't have a lot of resources at my disposal to make a huge difference for some people like the way a philanthropist would, but what I do have is whatever little things are available to me, whether it just be a little bit of money, a little bit of food, a little bit of time, whatever that may be. And sometimes I will come across someone who is, down on their luck, or someone who doesn't have a lot, and I will help them. And only after helping them will I found out that the Santa Muerte was aware of that, and it kind of made her a little happy. It made her happy to see that I was doing a good thing in the world. Or sometimes people will be a little bit rude to me or unpleasant with me, like, let's say, coworkers, right? I work in retail, and a lot of coworkers can sometimes be very unpleasant. They get in their moods, or they can do things that kind of rub me the wrong way, and it kind of makes me want to keep my distance from them. And La Santa Muerte came forth and told me, hey, why don't you do a nice thing for this person? Sometimes this will be someone who I didn't really care for because of their past behaviors with me, but she will want me to kind of not necessarily extend an olive branch, but just do something nice for someone, because it would just be a nice thing to do in the world. And it's like she will want me to kind of not necessarily pay things forward, but kind of just share more love in the world, spread more light and positivity in the world. Sometimes it's just through the smallest of actions. Sometimes it's doing something nice for someone who doesn't expect anyone to do anything nice for them. Sometimes it's helping someone out with a meal or with money or anything like that. There have been times where La Santa Muerte has said, she's literally came and said, hey, you should do this for this person. You should give a gift to this person. You should you should tell this person this thing. And these are all just kind of smaller, trivial, kind of day-to-day things, but they're really thoughtful things, really considerate things, and really truly just nice things. They don't really cost me much. They don't hurt me to do. And because I am naturally inclined to be kind and nice, it kind of comes easy to me, and kind of reminds me how good it feels to do nice things for other people. So although she hasn't asked me to volunteer at a major church or something like that, she has asked me time and time again to do nice things, to perform acts of kindness for other people, even for people who some of us may decide don't even deserve it. But she will not be insistent, but she will say, hey, you should do this for this person. And in that way, maybe it can help elevate that negative person to feel a little bit better. And maybe by extension, they'll kind of throw all this negativity into the world. So I think that she really, really likes when we do good things for other people. Now she is a big supporter of prayer, right? I mean, we know that she likes to be prayed to, and they're all different kinds of prayers that you can find in so many different kinds of books. And I think that prayer is very powerful. I think a lot of people overlook it, especially people who aren't practicing Christians or Catholics, people who aren't part of any religion where prayer is an integral part of it, right? We don't really think about prayer in that kind of a manner, but prayer is words. It's speaking out loud, and words have power, right? That's why we chant, that's why we sing, that's why we do certain things in a ritualistic manner, because it has power. And I think that when we pray for those who are disenfranchised, when we pray for those who are without food or shelter, those who are in scary or negative or even violent circumstances, I think we do help to an extent, even if it's not aimed at a person specific, right? And so I think that if you do decide to offer prayer as a kind of an offering, prayer on behalf of others, maybe choose it kind of not a topic, but a theme, right, that's close to your heart, so that way you can have more feeling behind what you're praying to kind of add more power to it. It doesn't have to be, but I find for me, I feel more strongly when it comes to praying on behalf of children or women who are in, let's say, unpleasant circumstances that kind of, and we know what that's like, right? So I think with the Santa Muerte, I think prayer and charity and doing good things in acts of kindness is a beautiful way to kind of extend more kindness and love out into the world. And I think it's a great way to honor her and kind of be a good example for others, or at the very least remind yourself that you can be a good person, and sometimes it doesn't cost anything to be kind or to be nice. So that's all I really want to say on the topic for now. But thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you very soon with another video. Take care.